Wood shavings are flying as woodturner, sculptor, and president of the Long Island Woodturners Association, Kenneth Diener, begins turning a new design.
It all started about 20 years ago when my son-in-law asked me to go to a woodworking show with him in New Jersey. And I walked by this fellow who was at a lathe turning. And I stopped and I spent about an hour and a half watching him turn. And that's where it all started. I started out like everybody else, hacking at bowls. I never was a pen turner or a pepper mill maker. I wasn't really into that kind of crafty stuff that you'd sell at a craft fair. I've always been involved in trying to make the wood speak and bring the tree back to life, in a sense.
As a 20-year veteran of the craft, his work has been featured at the B.J. Spoke Gallery in Huntington, the Ripe Gallery in Greenlawn, and at the annual Symposium of the American Association of Woodturners in Virginia.
My style is reflected in movement, the movement of trees, the movement of the wood, and I try to use that concept of movement, of that flow, of those curves, and of the waviness in nature. I live on the ocean, I go fishing, I see the waves moving, I come back, and then I put those waves into my work. I live on a lake, I see ducks hitting the water, and my work takes on the texture in its carving, reflecting in the nature around me.
Wave Essence, a National Symposium Blue Ribbon winner, embodies the waveform and carved pattern that Diener is known for.
This piece really started me off on the path that people recognize my work the minute it's in front of them. These pieces were outgrowths of this piece. They may be 2 or 3 years down the line. These are recent, and I plan on submitting these to a national symposium this coming summer.
In his piece, Follow, 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 Diener shares his interpretation of The Wizard of Oz.
It's the Emerald City, and of course, you know, the characters walking down the road to the Emerald City. But these are all walking boxes. They're hollow forms. The lids come off, they're hollow, and they have multi-faces. So as you turn each piece around, you get a different face.
Another moving sculpture titled Sunflowers features a variety of intricate woodworking techniques.
All the pieces started out on the lathe. They were hand carved after they were turned, and then they were pierced, and they were burned. This is a pyrography technique in the center. You can apply a lot of different techniques to turned wood: carving, burning, coloring, texturing. The purist will say it's only the wood, but my feeling has gone to that point where I'm not so concerned about the wood other than it being a palette for other learned skills that I apply to my work.
Diener works tirelessly to hone his craft, constantly thinking about ways to improve, even when he wakes up in the middle of the night.
The first thing on my mind is, is turning and is carving and is what I'm working on out in the shop, what I'm working on out in the studio. What am I doing that could be done better? What am I doing that could be done differently that would move my work forward to the next level? I think what I do now is terrific, but it's not tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be something else. And I'm going to wake up again tomorrow night and it's going to be driving me crazy. How can I do that curve or that design? How can I do something different than what I'm doing now that's going to be even more radical, more enjoyable, more fun?
From Lawrence, this is Michael Karelis.